Right, the nights are fair drawing in. A Scottish saying to mean that autumn is happening now. The leaves are coming off the trees. I just love this time of year for walking outside. But what is happening to your skin? Have you, for example, put away the sandals and the shorts, looking out the warmer clothes? You've checked your central heating? Well, now I want you to think about what is going on to your gorgeous skin and how to look after it. So we know that what happens when the autumn approaches and winter's coming in, the air gets less humid, and that's the issue. So there's less moisture in the air. So thinking about that, what effect that does have on the skin. If you're in a home and then you go from the centrally heated house outside and it's got cold winds coming up, and then you go into the warm car, or you've put the heating on the car, and then you go into the office or a centrally heated building, what effect is that actually having, this change of temperature? So the first thing to think about is the air is lacking moisture, right? And what that means is, as we're standing here right now, your skin is always wanting to take moisture from the air. Now when there's no moisture in the air, that happens that the skin becomes inflamed and starts to scream for moisture. So that's what's going on, especially if you've got dry skin anyway, or if you're prone to eczema. You really need to really think carefully of what you're going to do this month of September, October, and how to look after your skin. Okay, so one way to think about it, if you put the central heating on and you put it up too high, that will cause the skin to even get more inflamed. So it's maybe a good idea not to crank the central heating up in your homes too much, but put on a jumper instead, and just try, if you can, if possible, to balance the temperature from the inside. Keep it not too far above the outside. Okay, and also put in, my mum used to do this, put bowls of water next to the radiator. Yes, a good tip. So that's going to help get moisture into the air in your houses and in the offices. And what about you can buy humidifiers now. So a humidifier is a great thing to have, and I'm sure there's portable ones that you can get that sit just close to the desk. Another good thought. So you want to be thinking about keeping the air moist so that your skin doesn't become too hot and inflamed. Now, what actually happens when the skin is very hot and then it goes outside to cold weather and then back into hot? And this is really a simple explanation, but the capillaries in your face start to expand in the heat, so they're nice and expanded in the hot weather or the hot house, hot office, and then when you go outside and it's freezing cold, they go like this and they contract quickly. So it's like that, it's like a shock to the capillaries. I want you to remember that, because that's what happens if you don't have any protection on. You really need to be careful about that, because if that happens constantly, you get broken capillaries and spider veins all over your face, and it makes it more inflamed and very raw looking. Has that happened to you out there? Not a good look. So what we've got to be thinking of is, what can we do to stop this happening? So I've already said, put the jumper on when it's colder inside rather than cranking the heating up. And when you go outside, you have to make sure you're using really good moisturisers. So what is a good type of moisturiser is an oil serum to use. I'm going to show you this. So it's good to still cleanse your skin in the morning and put on your normal moisturiser, and thinking of upping the moisturiser. So this is an oil serum. I'm going to show you this. So you can use a normal moisturiser. A good one containing hyaluronic acid would be great, and then putting one of these oil serums that everyone loves, finding one that you like and suits your skin, and putting this on top is like protecting your skin. Because what we've got to think about here, it's this outside layer we really got to look at. We don't want it to dry out because you're in a centrally heated atmosphere. So the outside layer of your skin has got this fantastic protective barrier already, right? And we don't, and I know you'll know this, but in the winter months, on the autumn winter months, we can feel it drying up. So we really have to replenish the moisture and keep that protective barrier intact. If we don't keep it intact and we don't put on enough moisturiser, it'll end up cracking. This can lead definitely to skin irritation, skin inflammation, and even eczema in some cases. So, right, I want you to think about all of that and apply your moisturiser before you go out and feel it. If it still feels tight after 5 minutes, apply some more, or get one of these lovely oil serums and apply that on. Okay, we've really got to keep this protective barrier intact before we go outside. Also, never forget, I know I'm going to keep screaming about this, but the sunscreen should still go on even in the autumn. You're still getting air light pollution hitting the face outside and airborne pollution, so you really still need to apply the sunscreen before you go outside. It's a must, it's a must. Also, your hands as well feel drier just because your body's lacking this moisture, because it's this time of year. So applying the body moisturiser every day. Now, do you get back home at night after work, after that hard day, and you think, oh, I'm going to have a hot bath? That just sounds brilliant. Or a hot shower. Are you one of those types? Well, I've got to be saying to you, I need you to think not hot shower, not hot bath, but warm. Okay, if you put too much heat again, it's going to eventually dry your skin out more. It causes more dryness. Okay, so just warm baths and warm showers. So get back to the skincare. Good ingredients to cause this anti-inflammatory effect on the skin is ingredients like chamomile and green tea. Look for those ingredients that cause this anti-inflammatory effect on skin, okay, to stop it becoming inflamed, right? And think about soaps when you're using soaps or hand washes, all of those things. If they are drying to the skin at all, they've got too much SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate, in them, so do not use them. Get yourself something that's pH balanced for the shower, bubble bath, shower gel and hand wash. Please do that. I do like a Dove soap, you know, the proper Dove soap, because it's actually pH balanced. So I hope that's given you enough information to really look after your skin during this autumn time, and I want you to enjoy it. The last final thing I want to mention is eating. This is a time when you really do want to start to think about the comfort eating, right? If you've been there. So I need you to know that that's okay, and I'm happy for you to think about it, but be careful about high carb, high processed foods. So high carb foods, you know, high glycemic index, have got too much sugar. And especially if you've got an oily acne type skin, or you're prone to that, you will get breakouts. So I need you to be thinking of more eating, you know, cut down on the white bread, the pasta, the crisps, cut that down, okay? Don't overdo it. And think about slow released carbs like oatmeal or brown rice. That would be really good. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it informative, please give me a thumbs up. If you get any comments about your skin, put it in the comments below, and I'll look forward to seeing you and hearing from you again. Thank you. Bye.